Hello, and welcome to Sinister Syllables. I'm thrilled to share with you a terrifying horror story that will leave you with goosebumps. Our story revolves around the prompt whispers of a ghost, and it spans a cross filled with suspense, fear, and ghostly whispers. So, sit tight and get ready for a hair-raising experience. And if you enjoy this story, please consider subscribing to our channel for more spine-chilling tales. The old mansion had been abandoned for years, but the whispers that emanated from its walls were impossible to ignore. They were the whispers of a ghost, and they seemed to beckon to those who were brave enough to enter its doors. Intrigued by the whispers, a paranormal investigator decided to explore the old mansion. As she walked through the halls, she felt a chill in the air and heard the faint sound of footsteps. She followed the sounds until she came face to face with the ghostly figure that haunted the mansion. The ghostly figure revealed the dark history of the mansion, of a wealthy family torn apart by greed and jealousy. The whispers were the echoes of their secrets, buried deep within the walls of the mansion. As the investigator continued her exploration, she came across a doll that seemed to be possessed by the same malevolent force that haunted the mansion. It whispered secrets and threats to her, warning her to leave before it was too late. Undeterred, the investigator organized a seance to communicate with the ghostly figure. As they sat in a circle, they felt the presence of the ghost grow stronger, its whispers becoming more audible with each passing moment. But as the seance progressed, the investigator realized that the ghostly figure was not the only entity present in the mansion. There was a demonic presence that had taken hold, and it was far more powerful and malevolent than they could have ever imagined. As the demonic presence grew stronger, the investigator felt herself being possessed by its dark energy. Her body was no longer her own, and the whispers that had once been a source of intrigue and fascination now filled her with terror and despair. Desperate to rid herself of the demonic presence, the investigator sought out the help of a priest to perform an exorcism. But the entity was strong, and it fought back with a fierce determination. In a final showdown between good and evil, the priest and the investigator battled the demonic presence, using all their knowledge and skill to banish it from the mansion. The whispers of the ghost grew fainter with each passing moment until they were nothing more than a distant memory. But the aftermath of the battle left its mark on the investigator. She was haunted by the whispers and the memories of the possession, and she knew that she would never be the same again. Years passed, and the investigator tried to move on with her life. But the whispers of the ghost continued to haunt her, and she felt compelled to return to the old mansion to confront her demons once and for all. As she stepped into the mansion, the whispers grew louder and more insistent. The ghostly figure appeared before her, its pale face and hollow eyes filled with anger and resentment. The ghostly figure revealed the truth behind the whispers of a family torn apart by tragedy and betrayal. It begged the investigator to put their souls to rest and to release them from their eternal torment. Moved by the ghostly figure's plea, the investigator performed a ritual to release the souls of the family from their torment. As she completed the ritual, the mansion shook and the whispers faded away, replaced by a sense of peace and quiet. As the investigator left the mansion, she knew that the whispers of the ghost would no longer haunt her. She was grateful for the experience, for it had taught her the importance of confronting her fears and facing the unknown. And with that, the story of the whispers of a ghost came to an end, and so the story begins. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you enjoy this spine-tingling tale. And if you do, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stories like this.